Hello everyone! Today I'm going to show you some swatching of Derwent pastels and pencils, but first let's tidy up a little bit, and I promise you my desk will look a bit nicer in a minute. And now we're ready to start. I'm going to use my Mossery sketchbook for this. Welcome! Today I'm going to do my first swatching video. I'm going to be testing these Derwent Inktense pencils. They're ink pencils and I believe they're water-soluble. I think I've used a few before. So this will be fun. I got this from my mom. That'll be what we're testing today. And if we have time, I'll also swatch these pastel pencils. Also, just done my nails for Easter. And I went crazy. Okay, so let's get started. I don't have much daylight left and I've literally moved my dining room table to a spot where there's some sunlight. I don't normally work here because it's really hard to move this table and it doesn't really fit here. Speed it up. So these are Derwent Inktense pencils. They're supposed to be professional quality. I'm not sure what that means exactly. Are they light fast? I'm not sure. Okay, so I think they're supposed to be used like pencils, and then when you want to use them more like watercolor, you can add some water onto your brush and paint some water on top of them and they will get dissolved. Okay, let's get started. So first we have Sun Yellow. I don't think I'll be zooming in on everyone, but Sun Yellow 2000 or 200. I don't really have many yellows, so this is a nice thing to have. This color comes on shiny, which I'm not a fan of, but maybe that's like a thing with watercolor pencils. I'll make another swatch just to try it with water. Then we have Tangerine 0300. Oh, that's a cool color. Again, not really my color, but I kind of like it, and I've grown to like orange colors when I was drawing some of my recent stickers and prints. So I might be using this a lot more nowadays. Then we have a red one called Poppy Red 0400. And don't worry, I'll label them all at the end, so you can have a reference. And I might scan in a picture of the swatches so you can refer to them if you'd like. I know I like some good swatches because they don't always provide them on the websites when you try to buy. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. Like, it's as if they don't want to sell you them. Not all of them do that, but a lot of them do. And I find that really strange because you ideally want to see it on paper and see how it looks. This one is Fuchsia 0700. Lovely color. I will definitely use that one in some of my drawings. I recently realized that I don't really have many purplish colors, violets. I then went and bought lots of violet colors, like light violets, lilacs, and dark, like from aubergine to like really dark, almost black colors.
And I don't know if they just don't appeal to me or if there's not that many on the market.
This one's deep indigo, and I love, like in general, I love deep indigo, so I'm interested to see how this one will look. I mean, I'm interested in all of them, but especially that deep indigo. And this one's Sea Blue 1200 1200. This one comes on really creamy, but not in a good way. I wonder if it's to do with like pigments and how they... Oops, do not do that again. Do not do that again. I don't know if it's how they're made. Maybe it's like a constraint of a pigment or something, but this just doesn't feel like it comes on right. It's like something's gone wrong with it. I mean, it still looks nice, but it just doesn't feel like, it feels like something, I'm not really sure, but it's strange. Anyway, we'll see how it looks with water. Then we have Teal Green, 1300. That sounds like a color I would normally reach out for, and it's usually really bright, and I usually regret it because I don't find many uses for it. And now with time, I found that the more supplies I have, the more variety of stuff I can make, and the more I actually use them. Even colors I don't necessarily thought I'll use a lot. So this one's also coming onto the page. Really weird. It's like waxy but not waxy, soft but not soft kind of feeling. Teal Green. Then we have Apple Green, 1400, and I have a feeling that I'll use this one a lot, like on top of gouache and maybe just by itself. And this one feels a lot more natural, like a crayon or a pencil should. Still a bit strange, but I can kind of see the pigment coming. So at least with this one I can see like where I've added more pressure, where the pigment kind of shows up. So this one makes a bit more sense to draw with, and it's a bit more pleasant, to be honest. Then we have Leaf Green, 1600. Let me just check the focus. Okay, Leaf Green, 1600.
Okay, this is my first one, so it can only get better from here. I'll see if I can. Maybe I shouldn't squeeze them in. Let's just take more space.
This color I love. Definitely going to use it more than the other ones. Like this one, that one, maybe that. I can imagine using them a lot. As you can probably say, English isn't my first language, so I'm doing my best, you know. I can speak my mother tongue a lot better, so that's that. I really love this color. Then we have a brown called Baked Earth. That's a really nice color. But again, I don't know if I'll use it a lot. I'm trying to kind of expand my skills in gouache and like drawing landscapes. So who knows, maybe I'll use all of them in one drawing or something. Ooh, this one is really joyful to draw with. It's called Bark 2000. And really, I don't really use black a lot, and that came from observing what other people are doing and asking questions, and people tend not to use black. And I kind of get why, because it's a weird color. It's not much nicer to draw with something like this, maybe slightly darker, or like a really dark green, much darker than this one, or like purple or violet flavored one. Not really
Flavors?
flavored, are they? But anyway, this black, it's the best experience to draw with so far out of this whole backpack. And we have Ink Black 2200 or 2200. And again, amazing. Why does the black feel so much better? They kind of look the same, and they probably look the same to you, and I don't know enough about colors or pigments or anything like that, or like even shades, but this one looks warmer. It looks slightly more muted in a way, so we'll see how they look when I put water on it. I think I will have to move this table here a lot because it just feels like the recording is so much better quality, but I'll see. It's a lot of fab, so we'll see. Just a warning, in case you hear a lot of noise in a second, it's my cat trying to scare the other cat away. Oh, they just saw each other, so that will be fun. Not if they fight, but they can't really fight because the window is closed. Okay, I just use a tissue for speed. So here's the Sun Yellow 0200. I kind of always like to use it diluted just to see how it dries, like if I wanted to do a light wash, what it would look like. And you can see that it gains saturation when it's watered down, or rather when you put water on it, because watered down doesn't really have much saturation. I'm not making sense, but I hope you know what I mean. This one's amazing. And it also feels like a granulating watercolor would feel, which just is great. Okay, that was Tangerine, now Poppy Red 0400. It's alright, but I can kind of, it's a bit harder to paint like when there's a lot of pigment on there. Yeah, I like this one. It's quite bright. I have less space now. I'll just use whatever is available, like no pressure. It's pretty, but it doesn't really dilute as much. Dissolve in water as much. You have to work it a bit more. In case you're wondering what I'm using for my water, it's just a goo dessert kind of bowl. It's not a bowl, but container, glass jar. There you go. I get there in the end usually. This one doesn't dilute either, dissolve either. But the color is beautiful. Ah, the cat went away, so crisis avoided. Okay, that was teal green. Now moving on to apple green. I need to stop going off on tangents and start talking about what I'm making. This color as watercolor is amazing. So far my favorite. It just feels great. And this is great. I just like how it moves, even though I guess that's a sign of a cheap binder watercolor, but this is not really a watercolor, so the expectations are slightly different. Here I have a lot less space to play with. We can make it work. That's alright. Can't complain. That was Baked Earth 1800, and now moving on to Bark. I'm really interested. Ooh, it's lovely. I can see adding shading to things with this color. I just love it. I'm going to carry it on here. I hope I'm not speaking too quietly. I just still need to get used to the sound of my voice and the fact that I don't live alone, so like my boyfriend can hear me. Otherwise, I'm quite enjoying YouTube so far. If you're a YouTube artist or even just a regular, like a different kind of YouTuber, let me know in the comments and I'd love to check it out, because I just really enjoy exploring different artists on YouTube. So I'll scan them when they're dry. But here they are. I love the range of colors. I like that there's some muted earthy colors, although not so many, and some more like brighter colors. I prefer earthy. So let me turn into a teacher and I'll show you which one's which. Sun Yellow, Tangerine 0300, Poppy Red 0400, Fuchsia 0700, Deep Indigo 1100 1100, Sea Blue 1200 1200, Teal Green 1300 1300, Apple Green 1400 1400, Leaf Green 1600 1600, Baked Earth 1800 1800, Bark 2000, and Ink Black 2200 2200. And now, just looking at them, my favorite is definitely this one, but I have a feeling when I played with this more, I will like it too. So these two, and then Deep Indigo and this Apple Green are my absolute favorites from this set. Now you're in my hands, so it might get shaky, but I just wanted to make it a bit more, I don't know, real, rather than all on tripod. Just wanted to add quickly that, in case you haven't seen it properly, this plant pot is like the cutest.
It's so cute.
I got it from someone on Etsy. Don't know if they still do them, but I just love it. And just wanted to show you the beautiful sunset that I can see outside, and I'm really glad I've sat here. I might try and negotiate with my boyfriend to move my furniture, because it just looks so good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I have enjoyed recording it, so I'll definitely do the pastel ones next. And depending on how much light I get today, I might connect it, like put them both together, or if not, then I'll post it separately about the pastels. If you like this content, please subscribe and like this video. If you have any questions or want to add anything to this, comment below. I'm also on Patreon and on Instagram. Have a look in my links in the description. And this is very weird to say at the end of each video, and I don't necessarily enjoy it, but I guess it has to be said because YouTube. And have a nice day full of artsing, and hopefully you've been inspired to do something with these colors, or maybe to just draw something with whatever you have to hand, because you don't really need new supplies to create something. You can use literally anything, and I often just use like a blue pencil and that's it, so you can definitely do that. Bye. Ta-da!